EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? A man who played his prep ball in nearby Frisco, it's Kene Nwangu. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Rodriguez escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Looking to throw. Rodriguez. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Rodriguez on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Four yards remain for second down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Rodriguez. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Elliott running right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 29-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, what a move. And bulldozing his way through.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Rodriguez. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Rush in.
Pollard going to try the right side. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Now Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is Rodriguez from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. To throw. Rodriguez steps away to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard again.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's get the ball.
Here go 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We got 3.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
I can't believe they let you play.
We go 47. 7's a mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. This one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hayden Hurst. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 69 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They run again on first down. Cook. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Give left side here for Nwangu. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rodriguez. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Westbrook now on the return. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Cook. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Rodriguez. Slant to Adams. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Handoff right side to Wandu. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Hey, kill. 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Let's go. Viking 18. Watch the pass. Check 52. Viking 18.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 46 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. No. Everyone, kill.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
2nd and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Check pass. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
And again, it's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. 30. 10. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.